Hi guys, today I want to show you how how the OpenEmu also works on the iPad. Yes, yeah. It's just very simple. So it's not really that complicated unless you have if you're poor, this will be complicated. So if you're poor, you'll have to wait. If you're not poor, you can get this. You can do the tutorial. When you have enough money for it, you can come back. It's got two. You can either have Bluetooth control. The easiest thing is to have a Bluetooth controller. But if you don't now have a Bluetooth controller for your Mac, it is a little complicated. Yes, it is a little complicated if you do not have a Bluetooth controller that you already got. So you can see. My Mac boots down, so that boots down all the time, and plus I don't have a screen recorder on my iPad anymore, so that's why I am doing this via my dad's phone. But it was transferred to my mom's phone. It was transferred from my mom's phone to my iPad. Bye, Mom.
I thought you were recording.
Bye.
Alright, bye, Brendan.
So here is one example is dolphin, and you may want to do it on the go, not just like on the go, like literally, or like somewhere not near a Mac. So on your iPad too. So unlock your iPad, go to the App Store. You actually see my fingers in this one. Wait for the search bar to appear here and tap on it.
Alright, see you later.
If you do not see it here, hit splash top. Type in splash top. Should come up splash top 2. It's recommended 1. And you hit the download button. It will cost a few money, so, and then it will obviously stay to sign in and stuff, and there you go. So here, hit subscribe. So you have to have this if you want it on the go. If you're just buying, if you want on the go, just get that. If you just want it for any other room that on the Mac is connected to, well, that counts. So you can do iPad best fit if you want to. So that will change the resolution of the computer. It will change that. And then it will make it fit the screen right there. I'm not doing this. So, so here's Dolphin. So say you want to play GameCube or Wii. GameCube or Wii with the GameCube controller port. An exact looking GameCube. Like there's no GameCube emulator on the iPad. There's a few people want to play GameCube on their iPad. You certainly can if you have an Anywhere Access Pack, and you have this Productivity Pack or a Bluetooth controller. If you do not have the pack, you either have to have multiple Macs or multiple PCs. Well, PCs don't work with OpenEmu, but so let's not worry about that. So hit OpenEmu right there. Let me show you. I can't do GameCube actually. Sorry. Most of these consoles can actually be run on RetroArch, but this can also be done for people who are not jailbroken. The game Super Mario 64, I have actually had the launch title for the game, even though we're not going to be doing that. We're actually going to be doing Super Smash Bros. Now, I'll show you what you need to do. You have to hit the up arrow and then hit that thing, and hit OK. By default, it will load on off this Mac edition, Mac version. You have to add another one. Type in the console you're going to be using. The console you're going to be playing this game on. You can do it for all the consoles listed here as well. So, type in what the console name is. I'm going to do a Nintendo 64. You'll translate that from N64 to Nintendo 64. Now there's no sensitivity, so just letting you know there's no sensitivity on the consoles. So on anything that has an analog stick or a C stick or anything like that, or another analog stick or anything like that. Just hit plus. First, you hit plus. Do the first thing on like the top corner. Whatever's on the top, normally on the top corner, you start out first. L is normally the first one, so I'm gonna do that. You may do this your own style. You may do Z in order by itself, and Z and analog stick by itself, L and D-pad by itself, or just both on the screen, basically. I'm doing both on the screen. So I'll start with L. Stop. Now, unless it is already taken, you will have to you will need to do the actual letter for the name. Unless it is either already taken or it's not just a single letter. It's just actually a word. So L there. Then I'm going to do Z in the middle. This is actually a Z trigger. Wait a second. Hold on. Z up there. R. If you want to do this quick and you don't have anything taken, you can use the initials of the letter as their bigger keys. So this will be mapped to not a shoulder button, but just a key on the keyboard. So L is mapped to L on the keyboard. Z is mapped to the Z key. This is C triggers mapped to Z key, or shoulder buttons mapped to R key. Yeah. So then I'll do the D-pad. D-pad can even be done with a 4-way gamepad or 4 keys. I'm gonna do 4 keys so it looks more like a D-pad. To do up first, you'll have to do the arrow keys for all the D-pads. There's that. And then lastly, right on the G-pad. There you go. It actually looks like a D-pad. Now for the analog sticks, you must do the 8-way gamepad. I'll do W, S, A, D. Now, since A is already taken for the left on the analog stick, I will not use A or B as the A and B buttons of the Nintendo 64. Instead, I'm going to use space and shift. No, space and tab. Sorry. Space and tab. So, and I'm going to put it in the middle as it is in the original. Now Now, most newer gamers will want their C to also be an analog stick. Others may just want a 4-way gamepad, 4-way analog stick for the C buttons. Others may want just a normal C. You do G plus for analogs. You'll have to change this into a T. Change that to G, F, H. F, H. So, as you can see, you actually got that in there. TFGH. And so, yeah. I got that in there. You can also do it with a 4-way gamepad with using the same keys. And these have 8-way has the corners. Or, like I do, make it classic way. You can do the same thing, in fact. But you're just going to have to do a T. Then you're going to have to find the up arrow. Once you find the up arrow, hit it. Do that. And you will have to separate it from each other a little bit. Now because you're doing this will look more like, oops, gosh. This will look more like, hold on. This will look more like, traditional C buttons. Traditional C buttons in there. So here's the D-pad. There's the LZ, the L shoulder button, Z trigger, R shoulder button, D-pad, analog, C buttons. Now what we need next is B and A buttons, or 1 and 2, or whatever. Now because A is already taken, we're going to use B as tab. Use B as tab. Make it the B column. And then A will be space. A will be space, so then the A button. So there you go. You get that. Got every single key. Oh, we only need one more. That is the start button. And for normal start buttons, we use this. For select button, we'll use the T minus. The reason why we're using the T plus for the start is because it kind of represents the Wii Classic Controller / Remote start button, and the select button on controllers that utilize the select button. Notice the exact placement as expected. So we will as the original controller. So let's save it. Let's do Super Smash Brothers. Here's the screen. It actually has so it has the screen. We have to click on Edge Game Controls. Now get ready. We're gonna start changing this. Use all the keys on the D-pad. To recognize the analog stick. Now we use LR. A is the start, right, and then we'll use the 4 C buttons. trigger in the original, it will kind of trigger a little bit. So what you need to do with the game, when you do the C trigger, it is mostly used because it was a trigger in the original, and most games you had to hold it. So that's why I made it like that. See, let me show you in game. Now we'll show the D-pad a little early. The D-pad actually works just fine in all 4 directions, since this game only utilizes the D-pad in its menu, in mode select, the 1P mode, versus mode option, and data mode. Data menus. So let's go to training mode, and the D-pad will no longer be utilized. See, it's no longer utilized. Do that. Yeah. As you can see, what happened. Oops. There we go. What's happened to the game? So actually, so now we should be able to do it. I'll show it be Mario and make the CPU Luigi. Woo-hoo. So, should have D-pad a little early. The analog stick works just fine. It actually reaches out of it too, which is really big for some games like Super Smash Bros. On the N64, where you have to use the controller really hard and use it as far and make it go as far as it can. This makes twice that retro speed. Yeah. The start button works just fine. A button works with the punching in the game. So B. The C ones actually work for Super Smash Bros. So L short run works. See? Games like this use it to hold it and then touch it to let go. That is simply how the Z trigger works in most of the games that I play, but you don't have to design it like that. But I simply design it like that because all the games I use with the Z trigger, basically you have to hold it normally. You normally have to hold it. You can just touch it, and as you can see, it'll activate it, and touch it again to let go of it, for the game to think you're letting go of the Z trigger. So if you touch it, the game will think you're holding the Z trigger. Touch it again, it will think you just released it. But every single overrun works as you would expect it to, besides the analog stick. It doesn't have a sensitivity for some apparent reason. And the Z trigger, which you had to touch it. You can you have to touch it 2 times in order for it to activate and in order to activate it and then deactivate it. But that's a pretty nice touch. It's really amazing you can play with actual games. And yeah, that is the tutorial how to also play retro games with your iPad with the same emulator, and you don't even have to jailbreak it. See you guys next time.